After a way longer break than our previous one, we're back, and this is a person I wanted to interview for the longest time since season 6 episode 9 came out. Please welcome David Kavanah.
Ew. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm kind of glad this become a meme. Anyway, hey Kev. So what have you been up to lately?
What have I been up to lately? Working really hard, editing way too much for my own liking. Pretty much all I do now is just work, edit, and see my girlfriend when I can. But yeah, I haven't been doing much hosting. Just trying to catch up with all the editing that I have waited too long to do. And yeah, that's pretty much my life right now. It's super busy. Constantly doing stuff. I have like an hour to spare today, so that's why I'm here.
Oh, only an hour? Okay. So, alright, so, tell us a bit about yourself. Tell me a bit about yourself.
About me? Sure, my name is David Kavanah for obvious reasons.
Thank you so much, Jerry Ross. Thank you so much.
I'm 25. My birthday's in October, which is awesome. I have more about myself. I would say I'm a very nice person, but I'm easily ticked off sometimes.
We're all flawed.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't really take don't want to swear, but I'm gonna swear. I don't like to take shit from nobody. I'm not the type of person to take insults or criticism lightly. I always take it to heart and better myself from that criticism. And yeah, I feel like I'm just a really hard worker. I've changed in the last year, and I used to like procrastinate a lot, and nowadays I don't. I work really hard, and I'm not stopping.
Well, I mean, when it comes to procrastination, I am past you incarnate. All right, what recorded game shows have you played in, if any? I know of 3.
What are game shows? So I've played in Happies, I've played in Ben's, and I've played in Llamas, which never got uploaded.
Oh, made that 4.
Which is sad because I actually won that season.
Yeah.
Sucks. And I played in some other person's. I can't remember. Ashers, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like to talk about that one, do you?
To be fair, it was my first ever game show. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Deep. I'm pretty sure Asher's comfortable with me saying who won. It's Nerjazo. I feel kind of, yeah, Nerjazo. He won.
Nerf won. Good for him.
Ironic, isn't it? Because like Griffin first boot Nerf winner, and on your season Nerf runner up Griffin winner.
Yeah, no, it's pretty convenient that me and Asher kind of just switched places on people.
Anyway, one more thing. Have you paid Oven and Sam their prize money?
Have I done what?
Paid Oven and Sam. Oven for winning season 6 and Sam for winning.
I did pay Sam, but I did not pay Oven. For reasons that I would rather not talk about. But
is he, or is it just you? Okay, no mind.
Let's just say I do have an investor now, so somebody is sponsoring me.
Oh,
and helping me get bigger on YouTube because they're taking a chance on me. So
okay.
I'm really happy about that, and that's the reason why I was able to give $500 away, and that's why I'll be able to give away $500 for a very long amount of time.
Okay. All right, and Ben's. I was in that one.
Great time.
I believe that Yuri playing an idol was what got you there. If not, we could have pulled off a 4-3-2 on Brothers.
That would have been amazing, wouldn't it? That would have been awesome if Brothers never played that Immunity Idol. Oh, that would have been. It would have been music to my ears. But it's not even on YouTube anymore, so it's not like anybody can actually go and like watch it.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. No. And apparently LP is gone. Like they dissolved. And I got 6 after doing a little Tyson, expecting Yuri to not betray me.
Yeah.
Like, it was just Yuri and me at that point. Anyway, also a Happies. You did not come out looking at well. Like you did not get very good at it.
No, but that's okay. See, I didn't know a lot of stuff that was going on.
I mean, it's
I
a very
think
chaotic
that
season, so
it was a really good season. I really enjoyed it. I think that people think that the other tribe played better games than they actually did. Um, I was very surprised when I heard that some people on the other tribe got like fan favorite and stuff. Because the only reason that like they even got close to fan favorite is because they had like these cool personalities.
yeah. I mean,
In my opinion, I
it's
think
mostly Lost and Mystic. It's mostly Lost and Mystic, and
that's what I'm
to some
saying.
extent Danny.
But the only reason why they got far is because they use advantages. And for a strategical game, I don't think they did that well for the known fact that they didn't even speak a word to me that entire season. Although I'm not going to blame my boot on that because my boot was my own being and I didn't do enough research and I played scared pretty much the entire season, so made a lot of mistakes. So that's my own being. But I think that Mystic and Lawson is their own faults too because they didn't do enough talking.
And what about FTC controller versus Bellier? That's been a debate. That's been a little debate between Bellier and controller. You voted Bellier, right? Yeah.
I did vote Belliard. Yeah. I don't know. At that point, I guess controller played a better game for the known fact that controller was on the bottom for some time. Yeah, I don't really have a big opinion on that fact, but what I can say is that I think that Belair did deserve the win. I think that he played a very good game. I think Electro deserved more votes than he got. But yeah, a lot of people like to cry and complain after they realize that their vote was wrong and they have a winner that they don't respect. But at the end of the day, a win's a win, and it's like the boss, just like the GOAT boss and Rob says, a win's a win.
He said something along those lines to Michelle.
Yeah.
Thing is, get this: controller and Electro both got more confessionals than Bellier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of dislike it when both other finalists get more confessionals than the winner.
See, I really don't think there was like any great social players in that season. Besides Electro. Electro was the best social player in that season, in my opinion. I think Electro did a phenomenal job at making me look like the biggest threat in their tribe. Because I wasn't. I was nowhere close. I was like the front runner of our tribe.
So who would you say was the biggest threat?
Biggest threat on our tribe was definitely Electro because he had connections everywhere with everyone. Watching the edits back, Electro was always in the middle, where Controller was, I don't know, I would say always on the bottom, but once Merge hit, he was never on the bottom.
Also, who had Market Fells in Stars vs. Shadows? Oven or Ken? I'm pretty sure it's Ken.
In what? Sorry?
Stars vs. Shadows, Oven and Ken.
I think Ken. Yeah. It was more entertaining.
All right, and now, what was your favorite game show that? What was your favorite game show that you played in?
Favorite Survivor that I played in?
Yeah.
Probably recorded. I have to say Llamas. Llamas was a lot of fun. I was really new to playing in recorded. It was my second ever recorded. Sorry. It was a lot of fun. For the known fact that when I went to Merge, I was the only person on my tribe left besides Sam K, and Sam K went home first Merge boot. So it was just me against 7 other players on the other tribe. And was it 7? I think it was 6. And
let me see. Let me check my spreadsheets there. Yeah. phone deciding to not cooperate. It was 6.
It was 6, yeah. So it was
Yes,
6.
you had Ben and Sam at the final 10.
Yeah, but Ben had to leave, and Ben gave me his immunity idol, which kind of like gave me like a new spark in the season. Because when he left and he had the idol, he decided to give it to me.
And Jock
when
got
it came to the
Sareed.
final, yeah, and Joff got Sareed, and it was a beautiful moment. Nobody knew I had that idol, and going into Final Four, Oxy lost the immunity challenge against Lalsey, myself and Robert, and then when we went to the final, I did really well with my speech. I think I thrive in jury speeches. I think I can beat anyone in a jury speech. That's always my mentality going into there, because if you don't have the mentality, then you're probably going to choke up and lose. But yeah, I think I'm a really confident person. I like to believe I'm really confident, especially going to a season when I'm like the only 25-year-old in the season. Everyone's like fucking 8 years younger than me. But no, I had a lot of fun that season. I met some cool people, and happy season. No, I'm talking about happy season, by the way. And it was a really good season. The production was well done. Really chilled, laid back environment. Except for me, because I was a fucking total mess.
Yeah, the I plan on showing this season to my dad, and the only other season I've done that with is the Mushroom Kingdom, which is going to go down, at least in my opinion, is as the greatest recorded season of all time.
Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. This is probably gonna. All right. This next question is probably gonna take up the bulk of the interview, because that's for the most part how I know you. Have you hosted any game shows? If so, what was your favorite?
Have I hosted?
Yeah. I know you have hosted way too much, but that's just one of the questions I have.
Probably my upcoming season. My All Stars. As you guys know, if you guys watched episode 6 or season 6,
yeah,
some
there's
episodes
a
have
little
little teasers in them, and yeah. So my upcoming season, All Stars, is definitely my favorite season. I get to see most of my favorite players clash, and see what their social dynamics were together. It was an amazing time. I got to see a lot of emotion and like realness come out of a lot of people, because like literally after the third, fourth boot or fifth boot, it was just everybody just started to become really, really emotional, and nobody wanted to vote anyone out anymore, because everybody wanted to stay. Everybody wanted to play All Stars. Everybody wants to be an All Star, and the fact that you get voted out and you have to vote somebody out of this show was a really hard thing for a lot of people to do. And it just the reactions just got so raw and so good and like so realistic, and like you could just feel it through the screen. Like some people were just so upset, so sad, so pissed. A lot of good reactions and a lot of good drama happens in this season. Like right off the bat, episode 1, lots of good stuff happens. Lots of drama, lots of funness. I cannot wait to show you guys this season, because like the editing, I've taken editing to a new level. I've taken music editing to a new level. I'm using shaders now. I'm doing everything that I think I should be doing to make a season everything that I want it to be.
Well, that is a lot, and from a hint you gave me, I'm pretty sure I'd assume that there is an extremely emotional exit among those.
There's not one, buddy. There's not only one extremely crazy.
So I said emotional. I just said emotional.
That's what I meant to say. There's more. There's definitely like 8 emotional vote offs.
Out of how many? Out of how many? You told me the cat. Do you want to say it publicly? And this like cat size.
I cannot. I can't yet. I can't do that yet. You almost got me there. I almost said it.
No. I just said cat size. Sorry.
Oh, cat size? Sure. So of how many vote offs? I'm pretty sure there is 17. I'm not
20
going to tell you if
people,
there's
huh?
20 people. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you if there's any twists or anything yet.
I mean,
Um,
I did build for the season, so I may know some of them, but I probably forgotten by now.
mhm.
Um,
um.
yeah, well, I wasn't trying to get out. I wasn't trying to trick you there. Sorry if you.
Well, no. I know you weren't trying to. I just almost tricked myself into telling you. What was I going to say? But yeah, so the season got so emotional. At some point, we needed to start filming a second day, and people were crying. People were sleeping. People just couldn't handle being there anymore. Um, so at some point during the merge, we had to stop and film the next day. It was just too much for people to handle, and we needed to cut it.
Too lot to handle, eh?
20 people. At this point, we were at, I think,
I think
17 to 18 hours left. 18 hours in the season.
there were like 6 left. Was that what was told?
I think 7 or 8. Around 7 or 8, we had to stop. It was getting too emotional for everybody. Everybody was crying or falling asleep, and it was just not a good day. So we had to wait and go. We had to keep moving,
All right.
and everybody needed sleep
All
because
right.
it was getting pretty messed up in there.
Yeah, I can tell. Anyway, let's rewind the clock back to
Yeah.
season 1.
All right.
That you did say that holds a special place in your heart, and honestly,
Damn right.
yeah, it was the first season. It was. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be blunt here. The editing was not great.
That is valid. Um, it
I
really
mean,
sucks because there's a lot of people in this community that are like lucky enough to have all these examples in front of their face, and lucky enough to have friends like myself or the people around them to help them edit and give them pointers. And like, look at fucking Happy's season. All right, Happy's um Joker's even has a decent editing system. Not system, but like he has decent editing skills already from like me and other people teaching him, and he's a good learner, so he's been learning a lot of himself. Happy has like his whole team, so like he's been destroying his episodes and like making them so good. And it's only his first season, man. And then you go back to my season, you compare the two, and it's just like a thing that you could laugh at, right? Um,
and it is a Bedrock
yeah,
season too, so
Bedrock, not Bedrock. Actually, you're probably right. Can you get shaders on Bedrock? I don't even know.
I watched Stampy. I believe there is a type of shaders there.
Okay.
Um,
But yeah, season 1 does have a really big place in my heart. It was where I didn't fall in love with the Survivor yet because that's what season 2 did for me. But I'm sure you're gonna get into that soon.
yeah.
But what season 1 did for me, I don't know, it was like spark this new field of vision that I can really be creative with. Survivor is when you really break down Survivor, all it is just like a certain amount of people who need to talk to each other and figure out who to vote out so they can make it further into the game and be the final one left. And then with that, you can really just branch off and do some crazy ideas, make cool themes, make cool advantages.
And let me just remind you of your juror mistake regarding Taylor and Fireskull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains the 3 jurors.
So at the time, I forgot that a jury existed because my only
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
because like I never actually watched Survivor before I watched Elite Chris. Elite Chris I came across.
Yeah, speaking of Elite Chris, he's slowly revealing the cast of his season 9.
Pardon?
Speaking of Chris, he's slowly revealing the results of his season 9.
Yeah, I've seen that. A lot of people have spoiled the season, which is really sucks. I already know who wins and everything.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it really sucks, but
thankfully somehow
you have to watch it. Like it's Elite Chris. Like even if I get spoiled, I'm probably still gonna watch his episodes.
Yeah. But somehow I have missed all the spoilers. Somehow.
That's good. That's good. Keep it out.
A little thing, like besides the 5 he's revealed already, he actually did a little stream, in which he revealed another newbie who probably is your favorite player on the series. Is your favorite player on the series? Uh, no. NKS here. No, not NKS. Nerf. He revealed Nerf on the stream.
Oh, Nerf's on the season?
Yep.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. That's
Yep.
sick.
Yeah. I'm okay with saying it now because that was on his stream, and it's also fans versus favorites. And he revealed 3 returnees: Mr. Happy Games MC from season 4, Tim from season 7, and Gonzo from season 8.
In the live stream?
Yeah. Live stream's gone now, but yeah. I was so happy to see Tim and Gonzo.
Tim and Gonzo?
Yeah, especially
yeah. Gonzo's always awesome to watch play. He's a really entertaining guy.
Yeah. Also, maybe I'm just so hyped for Tim because of JP season.
Okay.
Anyway, season 2. That was like that's what you say really got you into this game, into this thing.
Yeah. It wasn't. It was more like Nerf himself who really opened my eyes to what like a Survivor game can be. Super opened my eyes to the fact that I didn't know that like someone could be so powerful in a game singularly. Like sure, Obama was good, but he didn't really get to show his skill too much because of how much lack of knowledge I had of Survivor at the time.
Oh.
So and duds, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean the only 2 good players there were Obama and Looney. No, full offense intended.
To be fair, yes, you were right. Anyone else? No, I don't think so. And then season 2 came around, and then I got to know who Nerf, Super, and Robert were, and those 3 players really opened my eyes to really good players. Havoc gave me a cool idea of diversity in tribes and like different personalities, because Havoc has like this like really rare personality. Not a big fan of the kid, but he does have this like rare type of personality that you like to see in those survivors because
yeah, let's talk about rats.
Yeah, and like he I don't know, he talks like kind of the way he talks is a bit different from everybody else, so it's nice to have that like difference. But yeah, those 3, Super, Robert, and Nerf, really gave me a different perspective on Survivor, and that's when I really started watching the TV show. And like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, seasons 2 and 3, I actually had trouble trying to find out who voted who.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't show the spreadsheet. I'm glad that changed happened in season 4. And FTC, Griffin versus Nerf debate. Nerf is still a sore loser about it.
Yeah. See, in my opinion, I still think if Nerf went to the end with a different jury speech, he would have won, guaranteed, no matter what. If he just kind of sucked up a little bit more, he would have won, but that's not who Nerf was, and he stuck to his guns. He lost because of it. But the jury was bitter. I think after every single one of my seasons, I don't think I've never had like a bitter jury, except for season 4. And 1, obviously. But yeah, it was a crazy season. It sucks when people get bitter because
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still satisfied with Griffin as a winner. Are you?
That's cool. Yeah, no, I've learned to become okay with it. Like it gave me, instead of having 1 great player at FEC, it gave me 2, that I can bring into All-Stars. Because if Griffin didn't win, he definitely wouldn't have been an All-Star. So, because Griffin didn't really have that great of a game, he just had really great bonds. Unless you count that as a good game, which I could agree with, having bonds with everybody.
Yeah, his FTC. I loved Griffin's FTC that season. I loved Griffin's FTC.
He did really knock his FTC speech out of the park, and it was like that. It was like that guy who had a good jury speech but got 0 votes in season 40. Romeo.
Season 40 is Winners at War.
Oh, 41 then. Sorry, Romeo.
Oh, 42.
Oh, he's 42. Yeah, he had a really good jury speech, but there was no way he was beating Marianne and Mike at the end. But Romeo, you see him do nothing throughout the entire season, and then he comes with a really great jury speech and almost wins over everybody's hearts. But there's no way, Marianne, you're gonna beat Marianne for winning people's hearts over.
Yeah, like
But yeah,
after that finale, after she took out Omar, it was just sad. Marianne was winning the season.
yeah. I always had that hope for Mike, but
Yeah.
here we are.
All right, season 3, the only decently edited Bedrock season in any history of Bedrock seasons. This is the only one that actually has good editing.
Damn straight.
And this season it was like super chaotic, which is like what I love.
Yeah, I didn't realize how chaotic it was really gonna be, until the day of starting. So that season was actually supposed to have 20 people, 5 people each tribe. And when it came down to having enough people, there's this person named Fire Destroyer that was supposed to be in the season, but then he left because not enough people showed up on time. And then when he left, we got 2 more people, which made it 19, I think. 19? No, 17.
Oh,
So then we had to cut somebody out, who was supposed to be originally on the cast, which really sucked. I forget his name, but he was around in my server for a while. Avon, that's what his name, Avon. And we had to cut him. And this other guy who was actually kind of excited to have in the season, but he signed up for my next one, so let's see what happens. But yeah, so then we had 16, and we split them off into 4 tribes of 4, which is kind of sucks, but we made do with what we had. And I think the thing that made it really chaotic was the idol shards thing, because everybody was constantly talking about who has shards, who has an idol, this
yeah,
and that.
like there were so many shards that season.
And yeah, and obviously at the time I still had a bit of lack of Survivor knowledge, so I didn't know what was too much advantages, what was too little.
And
and apparently in Survivor now they just have 10,000 advantages, so
yeah,
I don't really know what's too much anymore. But I don't even remember how many idols there was overall in possession.
me neither actually.
I want to say maybe 7 altogether.
5, 6, 7. Like I remember 7 idols were at least 8 idols were used.
Yeah, G-Fox had 2, Fire Skull had 2, Dawn had 1, Aqua had 1,
Plaz actually had one once.
Bobby had 1.
Plaz actually had one, which he wasted.
Who?
Plaz actually had one, which he wasted.
You're right, Plaz. Yeah.
And let's talk about the madness that was the final 6 tribal.
One of my favorite moments of all time.
Yeah. Fire Skull, whom everyone hated who got on everyone's nerves, was about to play an idol, and then Aqua nullifies him. And Fire Skull begs for G-Fox to save the guy. Nope, not happening, dude.
Which at the end of the day, wouldn't even have been a valid thing to do. If G-Fox played the idol, it would have been wasted because no idols could be played on Fire Skull. Which at the time I didn't know. I thought it was just like idling on nullifying just one idol. But in real Survivor rules, apparently once you're nullified, you can't play any idols.
I mean that's exactly what you do with Super.
Yeah, exactly.
The season before.
Exactly. So I was probably I don't know what decision I was gonna make there. I was probably gonna let it happen if G-Fox did play it. Everybody would have probably like complained to me about it. So I don't know what I have done. But yeah, I thought it was a great moment because it really showed that G-Fox was there to win. And Fire's going home at 4, which then led G-Fox to go home at 6, and then led G-Fox to go home at 4. So that season created a lot of legends because I think from final 6 to final 1, I think all of them played really great games. I think everybody I think Plaz played a worse game than he actually thinks he did. But yeah, I think Killer played a really great game, socially wise, although he was only 13. He played really well. I think Don was just an annoying kid who made great content. Plaz, he wasn't really acting like a kid, but he is a kid, and he was pretty annoying. He gave really great confessionals. He complained a lot, which was so good for content. Final Four G Fox, social mastermind of the season. Not quite nerf level, but he was close.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of G Fox, thanks to you revealing the season 5 cast before the season was even over, I unfortunately learned that G Fox was in second chance. Thus, he did not win the season, and I immediately concluded he got fourth. Like with the odds he had, I had to conclude that he got fourth.
yeah. So okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's also my big problem that I recorded the seasons before. But I'm kind of glad I did because it like ensured me that I was going to get all these people to come play. It's super. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, I'm happy, but I'm not happy that how quickly I got everything done with filming wise.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And season 5 is about to prove season 5 has you learn that lesson the hard way.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, we're not there yet. But the person I'm obviously referring to is in season 4. Speaking of which, that season I felt was really slow, and I kind of got on your case for the late merge.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you were playing to like a big name season, and then you have to spend a lot of time getting new people. But you end up introducing people like Belliard, Jared, Uli the Gordo, and what was it?
Some of the
Belliard, Uli,
Brits.
yeah, Belliard, Uli, Jared, and Jacob Matz to the community, which I'm glad you did.
Which, yeah, I also brought 8 in Flugel, but they never really stayed around. Trula got 0 screen time because he didn't do anything. And then there's one more. Oh, Jack. Those 4 guys I were also new, but didn't really do much.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you do know that. Yeah. Why did you remove Jack from the jury when you walked?
Sorry?
Why did you remove Jack from the jury when you walked?
I don't think the jury started yet. Jury started at with jury was only supposed to have 6 people.
Oh, it always was. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, gonna have to remove that from the wiki. Gonna have to remove that thing I did on the wiki then.
Yeah, I had this really cool thing planned. If it was gonna tie 2-2-2, I was gonna have them all go to fire, and the first 2 people that win, will stay in the FTC, where then the person that lost will cast the last vote, and that's what I was gonna do.
Don't say that. Well, I mean, it's too late now, but yeah, finals. I feel like this was a very good final stage, just like in season 3.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect all the great players to make it to the end, which I guess kind of makes sense. But who do we have? We had Pepit, Joff, Gonzo, JP, Kimmy, and Chase. Great final 6. Downfall of Gonzo was pretty entertaining. And then we kind of just had like a really generic Survivor game play out in the end. We had our biggest threat win immunity at Final 5, so Kimmy had to go home.
Yeah, Kimmy is like very confused as to why, just because Pepit, who's gonna go at Final 6, ended up staying over her.
Well, why Pepit stayed over her at Final? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, that is very confusing because Pepit did play a better game than Kimmy, even going into Final 5. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense that why Pepit is your favorite winner. And apparently there's some people who think JP should have won over Pepit, but I disagree.
Really? Interesting.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I kind of do too. I think JP did play a very good social game, but I don't think that he won the hearts over anyone. Pepit is very social and funny, very relatable. You can fit him with literally anyone. Very well spoken, and JP, he's a well spoken guy, but he comes off not as vibrant as Pepit. Pepit's a very vibrant person when he talks, and JP's very monotone. He's a slow talker. He talks like slower, a lot easier to understand. Where Pepit's like fucking lightning bolt talking.
Yeah. Okay, listen. Anyway, speaking of JP, there's a pretty funny joke I saw him make in his second season with the Ford Pinto. Did you see that?
No.
So Echo and Pepit won a reward. It was Final Five. Season merged at 5, despite having 13 people. That was the joke behind it. Red thinks the season would have been better. Red actually thinks the season would have been better if they merged at 8, which was the fake. Um, and so it was they one like quote unquote Ford Pinto is microbuilt, so it wasn't gonna work anyway. They won Ford Pinto, and then when Echo started it blew up. JP then said, "Well, I did say it was a Ford Pinto. I don't know what you were expecting."
That was very good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to some. Oh, geez, season 5.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like it was a good it was like the ideal second chance cast. I felt like.
Yeah, I really liked how second chance I took into a different direction. I think that it was the people who like kind of did bad in their season. You know, the people that didn't really get to show that they really had potential to play, and this was so I could create more stars out of the people that I already had play. Also give my friends another chance to play again.
Yeah, I know. Like the scene was pretty like social, and some of that is why like I've heard that Havoc and Llama despise the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been about how much they hate the season. When Llama said that, it really should have given away that my months long fear had come true.
Yes, mine as well, buddy.
Well, I mean, you didn't know at the time of filming, so.
I did not.
So, like, the first 3 burst boots actually were like very shocking. Like Llama, I thought it was going to go. I thought he had a straight shot to finale with how much screen time he was getting. The jab boot.
That was jab.
The jab Jacob. Boot. Jab Llama right? Jacob. Yeah. Jab. You do like a double twist. You like Cooper. Like you get a triple twist then. The Cooper's first confessional is like textbook famous last words material. I actually had him pegged as the burst boot before that episode, and then Jab is the only person available for tribal, but the Seeds are playing for a Cooper vote, and then Jab goes out anyway. Apparently, if Cooper did go out, Llama and Spark would have ran that seed into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob was doing everything right. Jacob was doing everything right, and then how did it go so wrong?
I don't know. You know, it's sorry. It was going so well. And then I kind of just flipped on Jacob last minute. I'm pretty sure that was a lot of Jervy's doing at the time. Jervy had a lot to do with that vote off with CB and Cito, obviously, because those 3 were in cahoots the entire time.
Yeah, honestly, of the final 6, those 3 were had the best games.
I think so.
Yeah, and
but both of them 3 lose, which is funny. All of them 3 lose to the other 3.
Between Raven, Cooper, and Nikki?
Raven, Cooper, and Nikki beat those 3 in the end because of the jury was bitter as hell.
Oh my God! Even Nikki wins against us.
Nikki wins. Yeah, no. That's why Nikki went home final 6. Nikki went home final 6 for the main fact of he was gonna beat everyone.
Honestly, I thought he was the base goat.
Nikki?
Yeah, I thought he was a goat next to Spark.
Spark was definitely the biggest goat. With the best game, in my opinion. I think Spark played the best game out of everybody. Maybe Cito did play a really good game as well. As much as I hate Cito. He did play a very good game. Jeremy did play decently well too.
Mr. I can't control. I'm not even gonna try to control my hormones. That's why I think of people like. That's why I think of people like him. But how did the only Bidicel Jew at Final 7 end up winning the season though? Like that's actually impressive. He was the only Bidicel Jew left at 7.
Yeah.
And let's not get into the day.
Himself and Jab, right? Who made it there?
Yeah.
It was really disappointing when Looney went home.
Yeah, like
I was
Looney.
so disappointed when Looney went home so early.
Yeah. Anywho, and let's not. I'll just say all I'll say about the drama that came after that. David Kavanagh, the biggest, which became a meme afterward. All right, let's get out of there. Anyway,
Yeah.
season 6. That season was like the ultimate redemption after the disaster that was 5.5. Like, yeah, it turns out there were two pedos on that cast.
Yes, that is just a recent one. But season 6 gave me a new love for Survivor again. I lost a lot of hope over the years because of everything that was happening. Started out with the Fire Skull thing. Um and then we just led all the way up to a really depressing way to end. In my opinion, a really great season. But I still think season 5 was probably one of my worst ever, even without CTO winning. All the greater players went home early, and all the annoying players stayed, with all kind of like the goatish players.
And season
Um,
6.
season 5, I'm talking about. And then after 5, after that depressing mess, we had the beautiful
Are you talking about
season
5.5 or 5?
5.5 was annoying. What happened in 5.5? The reason why it was canceled, it wouldn't have been canceled if the two people from the final 6 didn't leave.
Yeah, Logic and
If
Suds.
Suds and Logic didn't leave, that it would have ended in probably Sam K winning the season. Final 3, Jeff, Sam K, and Anton.
Anton won, yeah.
And Anton wins, I think, in a blowout vote.
I believe it was like 5-2-0, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so too. Yeah. And Skylar also playing tremendous game.
I do
Could
not
have won in
usually,
the end.
I do not usually see that from Skylar, though. I do not. I
Yeah.
don't use.
All the way to Final 4, everybody found out she was playing this great game, and all 3 of them voted her out. Final 4. I was really rooting for Skylar because she would have been my only girl winner. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
season 6.
Yeah, now going to season 6. Yeah.
Like season 5, like season 5.5, like season, was it 5 or 5.5 that you mentioned all the good players got out early?
Yeah. 5.5 early players. Red went home too early. Went home 9th or 7th or something like that. God, I don't even remember who was in the season. Lalsy went home, I think, pre-merge, which was really weird to see. God, who else was in that season? I don't even remember.
Well, I mean, this discussion about season 6 now, so season 6, yeah. You are right. We lost quite a few good people. Like BMO, Banjo, and NKS all in pre-merge. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for guiding the stars, Kent and 8-year. Anyway, how do you really feel about that?
I think it made a really great character out of Ken. If he wasn't such an annoying person to be around in any voice chat, I think people would idolize the guy. But he's never gonna get that recognition that he probably deserves because Ken's Ken.
This is the only time I've seen like Kent actually play a good game.
No, Ken played really well. He used his alliances really well. He branched out to the right people and said the right things. He won immediate challenges, not when he needed to. Ken was probably never going home anytime soon.
Are you busy?
But yeah, he did what he needed to do, and I was proud of the guy. In the end of the day, I kind of had a feeling that Oven was going to win, just because of Oven's social standpoint in the season. He had a lot more
Oven,
bonds.
like that finale was all Oven. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That finale was all Oven. But where was that Oven during the rest of the season?
Hiding in the shadows.
Yep, True Shadow to the very end.
That's right.
Yeah, Kaio boot was so satisfying for me. Not because of Kaio himself, but because of the implications of that.
Yeah, what was that? So that was after Pixels. So
That was before. That was right before Pixels, actually.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's when the Stars arc started really happening, and Stars were just getting.
That was right before the merge.
Put off right, left, and center, and right when they needed it, Happy played his advantages, and
Joker gave him one of those.
and the Stars arc started, and
Yeah, that merge tribal was like gambit after gambit. Like it was between Happy and Joker. And Oven and Joker played their tokens, attempting to get Nick to flush his 5. That didn't work because Nick pretended to be AFK. And then Happy plays his token, and Ken votes Liz. Expected this and voted Liz. Turns out the stars didn't even vote Joker. They voted Pixels, one of the core shadows.
It was a great blindside.
Yeah. Honestly, that my expectations were actually too high for the remainder of the season.
Your expectations were too high?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Who did you think was gonna win going into the Pixels vote off?
Who's going to win?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ken. Ken.
Oh, you thought Ken was gonna win? Oh, cool. Yeah. Ken did also really good on his jury speech. See, if Joker and Nick didn't feed into Ken being, I don't know, Ken being annoying and stuff, or lying or something, or not being truthful.
Apparently Joker was never voting Ken.
I don't think so either. I think Joker just kind of said that to ease Ken out of him complaining.
I don't know, he's DMing that.
But Nick could have been the winning vote for Ken. But Nick, literally in his question, he says, "Well, here my vote took a complete 180, and I'm voting someone else." And Oven ended up getting his vote.
So, also, a little something. Nick didn't get a final words. Apparently he raged after losing Fire to Happy, and apparently he said I have no idea. I know for a fact it was filmed and that never made the final cut.
No, it wasn't filmed.
Oh, why didn't you?
He didn't want to. He was crying too much.
What about post?
Upset. So I told him to do. I said we'll do a post. I'd been messaging him about it, but he just kept ghosting me. So we just moved on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How did Happy get to final 3? Like the biggest, like 10 of the other 13 were targeting him. How did he get to final 3?
Sorry, say it again.
How did Happy get to final 3? Yeah.
Okay, so from the start, Happy's really good at implementing himself as a number. He's really good at staying under the radar for a very long time. More to the fact where he doesn't really say a lot. He doesn't really talk much until he has power of his own. And when it came to him in the pre-merge, you don't really see Happy doing a lot of stuff. You see him letting other people make decisions. 1 second, buddy.
Oh.
One second.
Right. We'll be right back.
All right, I'm back.
All right. You're mentioning saying about like how Happy got to final 3.
Yeah. So I think it really started with him being really good at implementing himself as a number to everybody else. Also being a loyal ally and knowing who to talk to. He was never really the front runner, as if he would let other people kind of make themselves look like the front runner before, kind of like Banjo does a lot. Banjo always makes himself really known to the whole tribe, and he outs himself, not like in a bad way, but he talks. Banjo just talks differently than other people would in that certain situation.
That explains my surprise when he was third boot.
Yeah,
even though it happened in Oxy's not the episode aired not too long before that.
It was a great season. I'm so happy the way Happy did. Um, so now we're going into the merge, and Happy has played two advantages to keep himself, and for some reason, and this is where Happy really starts to play the game. Happy starts to get around to people, and he's talking to literally everyone, and making these bonds, and he's getting people literally to trust him, to keep them longer, and they decide to vote off Liz, who definitely would have not have gotten anywhere close to as many jury votes as Happy would have gotten. But they said we're gonna vote off Liz before probably the biggest threat in the game. Um, which Liz didn't make the bonds that she needed to during the merge. Um, she kept close to her main allies, talked to Oven, talked to Ken, but didn't really get that bond like Happy did with them. So then you saw Liz go instead of Happy and Cosby, because obviously Cosby had some more connections as well with Ken. And so we get into the final five, and Happy makes everybody know, like 100%, without any doubt, that he is the worst at challenges. And what she was, so it was valid. So then they go into final five, and Cosby loses. So one thing goes to another, and Cosby goes home. Final four comes around, and Happy convinces Oven to let him do fire making, and Happy wins against Nick, which was insane. Then final three, obviously, in that tremendously long immunity challenge, Oven pulls out the victory, and he votes off Happy.
Question: Why did
Very,
she?
very, very satisfying ending to a very satisfying season.
Yeah. Anyway, why did you use like the challenge music you usually do in the finale? Did you lose access to it? What happened?
Say that again. Why didn't I lose?
Let me.
The footage from there. I only had one camera angle, and it was mine. And
No,
it
I'm
wasn't
talking about the. I'm talking about the music.
the music from the finale.
No, the music from the previous challenges. Why didn't you use it for the finale?
I don't know. I was getting a lot of criticism. A lot of people were saying that they didn't like it, so I decided to change it up. I didn't. I started like not liking it myself after a while of hearing it over and over again in these challenges, and kind of thought it was cringy after a while. So I needed to change it up.
All right.
You guys are going to see a lot of difference in this next upcoming season. I've been working my push off to get all these episodes done. I am done the first episode completely, so that's like some progress I can tell you guys. But I will not be uploading the season until it's fully done. Once it's fully done, I'll be doing a trailer, intro, all that stuff.
And yeah. I mean, I'm fine waiting until the summer for that.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm fine waiting until the summer for that.
It's. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. It could take that long because I also am gonna be editing those other like challenge videos for the $500 in between. But
Speaking of which, I kind of like that, like the 50% hide and seek.
yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do. It was the only reason why I did it as my first video is because I don't think I can handle 50 people. I could barely handle 16 to 20 when doing Survivor. So if it was a hide and seek, that's like the easiest thing I can do, you know? Just have people go out there and hide while I try to kill you and chase you down. I think it was a lot of fun. Your chase was pretty entertaining. And yeah, I'm really excited to keep moving forward. We got another event coming up soon. We're gonna be hosting 2 events that day, which is gonna be cool. So we're gonna give away $1,000 that day. And
Insane.
and yeah, I'm excited.
All right. And now let's go to my next question. What do you like? What do you like about the community?
What do I like about the community? God. I like this is a hard one. So what I like about the community is that I met some really cool people, but you slowly realize that I don't know, chill. Like I'm a lot older than a lot of people in this community, and I can't tolerate 75% of them. Even people that I think are cool, I can't tolerate sometimes. I keep my friends really close because they're the people that I think I can get along with, and I'm not gonna They're not going to go and talk trash behind my back like 80% of the people in this community do. And and yeah, I think the only thing I really like about this community is the people that believe in me and the friends that I've met along the way. Um, there's not a lot that I like about this community as much anymore. There's a lot of people that ruined my love for this community, and and yeah, I don't really have a lot of faith in this community that much anymore. But I really hope that it stays alive, and I'm really happy of like the progress that this community has made, although it isn't much. Um, but yeah, the coolest thing I think we got in this community is different hosts like Happy and Joker. Llama did a kick-ass job there for a while, but he's done now. Um,
So what happened to Taruto? Like,
I don't know. He every time I always ask him if he's gonna edit it, he always says I don't know. So he did
okay.
do have one episode, but we'll see if there's any more coming.
He ended. I don't think so. He ended up removing it from YouTube.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Um, which leads into my next question. What do you dislike about the game show community?
God, where do I start, buddy? I don't know. It because in any community and in any and every community, there'll always be those people that you know get on your nerve and you cannot stand. And there's so many people in this community that do that for me. Um, I just think that the fact that we give kids um this way to speak to people through a mic and not be it's not like in confrontation. I and it's so hard because to like really nail down what I don't like about this community because there's so many things. Which is why I'm slowly trying to get out of it and only have mine. I'll always probably stay in Happy, Joe, and Llama servers because they're my friends and they have a really true place in my heart. Um, I probably will never ever join another MC Survivor community server ever again. Um, I don't like a lot of people. I think a lot of people love to be nice in front of my face and then go spoil my entire season because they think it's fun, or they love to go play in one of my game shows and then talk a bunch of crap about it the next day. Um, there's so many fake people, but and you're gonna get that everywhere. I just something that a lot of people need to realize is that there's gonna be toxic people everywhere you go, and there's gonna be weirdos, there's gonna be pedos, there's gonna be abusive people, there's gonna be all like the shittiest things you can think of in life, and you just have to ignore it. You have to move on with your life, and find happiness because if you're so focused on trying to find the next pedo or trying to find the next loser or asshole or snitch or rat or someone that talks shit behind your back, then you're just gonna be wasting your life, you know? Um I always tend to get a little ticked off when I find people are talking smack or like pretending to be my friend when I just heard that they were talking a bunch of shit yesterday. That ticks me off, so I usually like kind of leash out, whatever the word is, and I get a little mad. But yeah, I feel like I left a piece of my heart in this community, and a lot of them stomped on it after me being so patient and nice to them. They love to just give their opinions on everything, and even if it's something they don't really think through and they just say it, it still gets to me a little bit. Well, it used to before, and now I'm starting to teach myself that just to ignore that. Um, although I did kind of have a little back and forth between me and someone yesterday, I, I'm just trying to learn that I need to take the criticism and just move on. And if I hear someone's talking crap, then I could just not let them play my game shows, and then we'll see them talking shit even more because they're mad at me, which I will not give two shits about. So, but something that I really like about this community chill is that it's people like you, buddy. Like you have given me so much motivation to continue and keep working hard. And your good criticism and your bad criticism has like pushed me to do better. There's a lot of people in this community that think that they need to like throw in these insults and throw in these like little jabs at you when they're talking about your content, and it's cool. Like they could do whatever they want, but you know, they ruin their chance of any future type of opportunities that I would give them. And why would I give somebody talking shit behind my back when I can give Chillin' Cool an opportunity to win money? The guy who's been pushing me to do better, you know? Um, yeah, don't change who you are, Chill, because you're a good kid. The only advice I have for you is just don't read into too much into really bad people because you're gonna waste your time.
Too late.
True.
Any Survivor Twister themes you want to throw out there?
Survivor Twister themes. I do have one already planned for my upcoming season, so I'm not gonna throw that out there. But some really cool creative ideas would be to do a redemption season, but think of another way you could do redemption. Um, because the coolest thing about one of the coolest things I think about Survivor is the fact that you can get voted out and also come back in by doing something really cool. And you can do something really creative with that idea. And I do have a bunch of like cool creative ideas for redemption, but um, I'm not going to tell you guys because those are mine. But my biggest advice would be either to just get straight up creative and think of your own twist. Um, it's really hard to because you think everything's already been done, but then you watch Survivor 41, and you see all these cool new twists and ideas, and you're like, oh, you can get creative. But be really creative with the way you do things. It's YouTube. It's not real Survivor. You know, we're not making real Survivor content. We're just doing it on YouTube through Minecraft. So get creative with things. Try everything. Don't get afraid to like be weird and do like really shitty weird things. Even when the cast doesn't like it. It sucks to be them. But I don't. But yeah. Don't just always stick to your normal generic Survivor where you hide two idols, one at each camp, one at the merge, and then you just let them play out. Maybe a swap. Think of something cool and creative, like almost just spoiled one of my seasons, but but yeah, get creative. Do different things, make different sceneries. Um, for twists, like a theme, kind of like a heroes versus villain or like a game changers or something. Come up with something different for that. That would be really cool to see, like different social dynamic tribes and different ways you can mess around with that. I think that'd be cool.
Um, I can do that. And yeah, no nonsense like the hourglass.
Oh, see that I think that's cool in some ways. Um, because uh, it's probably like my least favorite besides knowledge is power. I hate the knowledge is power.
And they but use it twice they literally use it twice in 443.
I gotta go in 2 minutes.
Okay, let's all right. So anyone in the community want to give a brief shout out to?
Big shout out I want to give to my three homies. Joe Mama, he's coming out with a season right now. It's in the making. Happy season 2 applications are out now. Or they're
Yeah,
over.
no.
I'm not sure. And Llama. Llama isn't doing anything really.
All right.
But Llama's my homie. He'll always be my number one. He's been there from the start to the end. And my boy Chillin' Cool because he keeps me motivated and
Yeah.
does a lot for me.
All right. What is one moment in any game show that you're proud of?
One moment in the community I'm proud of.
In any game
Hasn't
show.
happened yet.
In any game
Hasn't
show.
happened yet. It's gonna be
Okay.
me playing.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of winning Llama's season. I'm very proud of that moment, and I'm very proud of the way I played in Ben's as well. I played a very individual
All right.
game.
And
Yeah.
lastly, let's do like an individual closing statement.
Sorry, say that again.
Individual closing statement. It's all you.
Individual closing statement. Be you. Be yourself. Have fun. Don't take anything too personally. Don't read into anything too much. Don't feed into the drama. the more you feed into the drama, the more you waste your life chasing it. And if you decide to do a Minecraft Survivor, be ready for thousands of mistakes, hundreds of hours of editing, and lots of bad reactions.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for everything. So much for Cav, and thanks for everything, Cav. And see you guys next time. Bye.
All right, Chili Dog.